Hi everyone, Brian here, and now I'm going to go over how to make a towel topper. First, we're going to use a tearaway stabilizer with this project. You're more than welcome to use water soluble if you like, and just wash it away at the end. Once we take our tearaway stabilizer, we'll go ahead and put it in the hoop, making sure it's nice and taut, like that of a drum. We'll then put it into the machine and run our first step, which is the placement stitch, as you can see here. We'll then take our piece of base fabric and put it over the placement stitch, making sure it's covered all the way around. We'll then put it back into the machine and run the tack down stitch for the base fabric, as you can see we've done here. Once that's done, you can place it back into the hoop, and we're going to go ahead and run all of our embroidery steps for the project, as you can see we've already done with this hoop. Once that is run, we're going to do what we'd like to go over, which is the more difficult steps for this project, and that is applying the rest of the materials to the back of the hoop. So the rest of the materials I have is a bobbin that will match our satin stitch that we'll use at the end. We have a 20-inch piece of ribbon, a 7-inch piece of elastic band, some more base fabric, and we also have stiffener. Now this stiffener here, we went ahead and before we even did the project, ran just a placement stitch and then cut that tearaway stabilizer out using the placement stitch as a guide and put that over the stiffener and use that to cut it out. This way our stiffener is pre-cut to fit inside the design. So once we placed it back into the hoop, we'll run our tacking stitch, as you can see we've done here. And it's tacked down all of the backing that we've applied. You can go ahead and then remove the tape, take some scissors and trim all the excess fabric and elastic band around the edges. Once you get to this point though, make sure you do not trim off the actual ribbon. You want to lift that up as you trim past it. Flip it over, and we can go ahead and trim all the excess off the front as well, because we're getting ready to run our very last step, which is the satin stitch. As you can see here, we've already run the satin stitch all the way around, and with our matching bobbin, it matches on the back side as well. Being that we use tearaway stabilizer, you can go ahead and remove it from the hoop at this point and go ahead and start pulling it out of the tearaway all the way around. If you used water soluble, just try to trim as close to the object as possible so that when you're rinsing it off in the sink, you don't have too much water soluble gooping it up. And once completed, you'll have a beautiful towel topper to coordinate with your towel tip.